Today we are discussing everyone's favorite topic. Okay, maybe estate planning isn't your favorite topic, but I tell you what, in doing what we do as financial planners, we have seen the best and worst of this topic. We've seen clients who have all of their affairs in order, and it's a very smooth process for their heirs. We've seen the other end where they don't have an estate plan and it's really a mess. We're able to help clients through that, but today we're being proactive by covering the basics of estate planning. On your screen, you'll see a list of the basic estate documents that really everyone should have. And I want to take a different twist on this. Most of the time when you think about an estate plan, you think about a will, which is appropriate. Certainly the last will and testament is the centerpiece of every estate plan, but it's not the only document you need. So I'm going to kind of talk you through a scenario in which you and your family may need each of these documents to hopefully help you to remember what they are and what they're meant to accomplish. So let's imagine, again, you only need these documents when things start to go wrong, so forgive me in advance, it's going to be a little morbid. But let's imagine a scenario in which you have a medical emergency, and in this scenario, you are unable to make your own medical decisions in conjunction with your physicians. So that first document on the list is the medical power of attorney. In this document, you indicate in advance the person or persons who is authorized to make those medical decisions together with your doctor. Now, the second one on there is a similar scenario. Let's imagine it comes to a specific scenario in which it would be such a great burden for that person to decide that you want to go ahead and decide in advance. So that'd be the advance directive to physicians. Some places that's called a living will. And basically think about this as like a life support scenario where you want to go ahead and just tell the doctor directly, look, if this is the case, then I want you to do or don't do X, Y, Z. So it's very likely that if you're in this scenario, it may very well be necessary to utilize your financial assets for the continuation of your medical care, right? So that's a different document. That's called the durable power of attorney, sometimes referred to as the financial power of attorney. In this document, you will indicate who is authorized to make your financial decisions if you are unable to do so. Now, there's a whole spectrum of powers that you can grant or withhold within this document, but in general, everything non-medical, you can indicate an agent, a person who is authorized to act on your behalf. Okay, are we having fun yet? All right, so the last document we'll discuss today is your will, which is the one that everyone is familiar with. Now, to talk about the will and kind of some other related topics, I want to define an important term for us, and that is probate. The probate process is the legal process by which your estate is settled, meaning your property is legally changed over, ownership to that property is changed over to the appropriate parties. So part of this process, if you have a will, is the court, reads the will, certifies it as valid, identifies your executor, and authorizes institutions and other individuals to deal with that person as your agent, as an agent of your estate. Now, the probate process becomes important because a lot of people don't realize this. Not all of your property is subject to the probate process. Let me say that again. Not all of your property will be subject to the instructions you lay out in your will. Remember, the will just says, here's my executor, and here's the person who's going to manage my affairs and distribute my property according to these terms. Okay? Well, any of your property that or accounts or assets that has any type of beneficiary designation or instruction attached to it will pass to those parties indicated in those instructions directly. That is outside of probate. Now remember, this is just the tip of the iceberg. These are just the basics of estate planning documents, and there are others that may very well come into play for your estate plan. Now, one of those in particular we'll have to save for another video. Another common question we receive is, should I have a trust? Next time we'll be talking about pros and cons of trusts and different types of trusts. Look forward to seeing you then.